Cashiers. What's the weirdest way a customer has tried to teach you a lesson? It was my third day on register at a grocery store. A customer came up to me, a cart full of items ready for me to scan. I scanned and bagged while the beeps kept sounding away. Finally, I read him the total. 143. His face went from weather app to hurricane warning. There's no way it costs that much. Sir, it is a cashier register. It wouldn't lie. He leaned in like the price might behave if he whispered to it. Other stores value the customer. He said it like a pastor with coupons. So what can we do on the price? I stared like a Roomba meeting a staircase. This is not a yard sale. He drummed the counter like it owed him rent. Somehow, he thought he was entitled to something for shopping. Use your employee discount for me. Now I was baffled, but kept my calm. Sir, I still forget which button is produce. He sighed very annoyingly and quite loud before saying, you work for the community, not corporate greed. I make $12 and a lot of eye contact, and I shouldn't have to get ripped off by a grocery store. He turned to the line behind him like he was starting a parade. This right here is the problem. Everyone. I don't know what he was trying to do, but I needed to prevent a grocery store rebellion from occurring. So I just straight up said it. You do know that I am only an employee and can't actually control the prices, right? He just stared blankly, like there was no thoughts even occurring up there. That's when he thought he got me when he said, but you run the cash register. The cash register handles money, so you obviously have some sort of control about the transaction. At this point, I was just straight up confused. I wondered if this guy had even been to a grocery store before. Now, there was a line of 4 people behind him. A teen with Gatorade looked at me like I was some star of a show. A mom bounced a toddler who was chewing a toy like it was gum, and an impatient older man wanting to get home. Before I could think what to do, the man whipped out a yellow notebook straight out of his inventory or something. He wrote my name from my badge like he was carving a headstone. Spell your last name. I now wondered if the man was blind, because he clearly couldn't see my last name on the badge. It is printed right there. He demanded the manager with the confidence of a megaphone. I could finally relax knowing that he would be dealt with quickly. My manager arrived with the patience of a weathered oak tree. What is the issue today? She asked, light as a sneeze. He jabbed at me like I had robbed a lettuce bank. She is part of the system. Wow, man. You really explained the issue at hand here well. My manager blinked once, slowly, like a cat deciding my fate. If you do not like the price, sir, feel free to shop elsewhere. This is how much the products cost regardless of location. The line inhaled like we were about to see fireworks. He stood taller, chest out, martyr energy set to maximum. Then I refused this transaction, and I don't approve of any use of my card at this store anymore. My manager had to make sure she wasn't going insane, so she asked, you even been to this store before? And of course, the entire thing made sense now. Obviously not because these prices just scared away a potential customer. That's when he pushed the whole cart back with theatrical sadness. He pointed at me like a lighthouse, and outed me in front of everyone around before letting out a dramatic outro. Let this be a lesson to always treat the customer right. He walked out the store, acting like he was the main character. But me? I just laughed at this random guy who thought he owned the entire store or something.